Hello, Taurus, and welcome to your mid-January reading. So, we're going to start off with the feminine Taurus first and the masculine Taurus second. You can resonate with both, one or the other. It's not gender specific, just what energy you're mostly picking up all the time. So, my feminine Taurians. We have from now to the end of January. Alright, Taurus. Wow. Alright, so your subconscious energy is going to be your own energy. The Hierophant, your current energy is the Page of Pentacles and the Six of Swords. So, hearing someone has been I wouldn't say cheating, I would say that they're not committing to a commitment. Like, this is, for some of you it is going to be an actual commitment, for some of you it's not. It's just going to be like someone doesn't have the integrity for it. They're not cut out for it, and they're trying to move on or something without getting caught, right? Or trying to move back towards the past without being caught, right? So, and you can clearly see that. You can clearly see it. It's not something you can just pretend or brush off, right? So, 3 cards for your past. Alright. Alright, so yeah, alright. Okay. So something has come out about, or something has shed light on how someone is working on themselves, or how, I don't want to say isn't because it's in the upright, but it's just how someone needs to work on themselves, right? And maybe things in the past have been better, because we do have the Justice card, right? Sign of Libra, and it looks good. The progress is good, but then we have the King of Swords in reverse. Someone who can't make a decision, very clouded in their head about something. I think it's truth, or he could very well just be lying to you, or he's stuck in his head and that's why he's lying. That's why he's not being fair. We have 2 Libra cards, so it's like thinking about others, it's not there. So 10 of Swords in reverse, someone is dropping a burden, but they're not saying that they are. Three of Cups in reverse, it's gonna be because you know that there is somebody else involved, right? And if you have water in your chart, this is gonna be you in your subconscious energy, because you feel very upset, very emotionally upset. And I don't know how to explain it. It's very, I just feel like you're kind of isolating yourself to deal with your own emotions. And because the Queen of Cups is a Pisces card, doesn't mean that you have to be a Pisces. It just means that you got lost in the illusions, and now you are really upset that you fell for it, right? Because it's in reverse. Everything's being brought to the surface. In the Chariot card, we have sign of Cancer. Doesn't have to be, but it's just like it could be somebody from a distance coming in, and you're not ready for it. You're not here for it. You just don't want to deal. Because I feel like you want to go back towards the past also, but you don't want anybody to know, because it's kind of embarrassing. Like, you know, it's kind of embarrassing, because you know that this person did you dirty, and you want to go back, but then you know that you don't have integrity either. So it's just, for some of you Taurians, that's that fixed energy. Because fixed energy is like, we don't like changes, right? So I get it. But for some of you, it's just, for others of you, you're gonna be isolating yourself and thinking about Queen of Cups in reverse, and how they're being really emotional, and how they're just always gonna be around. They're always gonna be around. Even if this person tries to come back, they're always gonna go back. Or they're like, in your subconscious energy, going back to the Queen of Cups, it's just, you know that she's always going to be there. Because the Hierophant is the commitment card, right? So it's just like, look at where he's looking. And that there's always going to be gossip, or there's always going to be people telling you things. Or for some of you, it's not going to be like, if you have the water in your chart, it's not like people are going to be like viewing you that way. It's more like people are going to be telling you about this person, or that there are just a lot of other people involved, because you're hearing things. Princess of Pentacles in reverse can also be gossip, and it's just like, how can you ignore that? How can you ignore that? I'm frustrated for you, Taurus, also. Don't worry. I'm a Taurus moon. We'll get through it together. Alright, so three cards for your near future, Taurus. Poor Taurus, man. I feel like we're just misunderstood creatures. Crying energy. Subconscious energy. Alright. Ooh, okay. So, alright. For some of you, you're gonna still be in denial about how someone is literally leaving you behind for somebody else. And they're not thinking about you. Right? For some of you, actually, it might just be that. Right? Like, they're long gone in the distance. And it's just like behind the deck we have the 7 of Cups. This is what it looks like in the upright. So you know behind all of this that you need to get out of your emotions, right? You need to stop being confused. Like, yeah, the past has memories and everything, but is that really serving you? Is that really serving you? So Six of Pentacles, 8 of Wands, 5 of Wands. Alright, so above the 6 of Pentacles we have the 3 of Pentacles. Below the 6 of Pentacles we have the Fool. Alright, so Taurus, some of you are going to go straight to a new beginning, taking that leap off and away from a commitment, because you just want to start off from ground zero, right? And it's just, you want something better, you want something more stable, you want something that, you know, people can actually work with you and cooperate with you and want the same goals. So I just feel like you know what to do. You know what to do. And Taurus often does know what to do. They just don't want to do it. And I get that a lot. I do. It's so humid outside and my hair is just being the way it wants to be. So Prince of Cups in reverse, 8 of Wands, and the Prince of Swords in reverse. Okay, so someone coming in to talk to you about something, but it's like they're being insincere. They're going to be insincere. Their heart's not going to be in it no matter what they say, Taurus. 1, 2, 3, 4, ascending numbers, growth, change. And you know deep down that you want to say everything that you know, especially like you just don't want this, or you know what they did when you weren't looking. And you know what they were doing behind your back, basically, because this is also behind your back. And they were just making foolish decisions or something. And yeah, there's a possibility that there is a fight going to break out because we have the 5 of Wands, but if this is in reverse, so it means that you don't want to fight. You just want to move on. You don't even want to listen to what this person has to say. You just want to get out of it. And then with the Hangman being in the upright, with the Hangman being also a Pisces card, it's very, we're getting out of our illusions. We're seeing the reality now, and we know what we have to do. Three cards of advice. Four of Swords in reverse, Prince of Pentacles, and Page of Wands. Alright, so this was you, right? You're thinking and resting and trying to get over everything that has happened, trying to be more stable mentally. Now you're gonna come out of this and you're gonna find out that there's no reason to be wary, there's no reason to move slow, you're just not gonna move. None whatsoever. And even if this person tries to come back and be like, hey, what are you doing? What's up? Or they just like want to pretend like everything is good and dandy when they're just trying to get you to, you know, fall into that, right? They just want you to get over it. Five of Cups in reverse with the Moon card. They just want you to get over it. They just want to put it behind them, but it's not going to work. Like, we know Taurus, like, holds a lot of grudges, but right now is a good time to hold that grudge. You know what I'm saying? So, because it's like these people are not seeing the consequences. They're not seeing the consequences at all. Alright, masculine Taurus. Crowning energy. Oh my god, my hair keeps getting stuck in these cards. Fuck, man. Hold on. I can't find it. This is always a problem. Alright, so subconscious energy. Alright. Okay. So, Prince of Cups in reverse. Nine of... No. I was going to say Nine of Swords. But we do have the Ten of Swords. Granted, that's a little bit worse. Alright, so we're coming out of denial. Or actually, no, you still might be still in denial about this. About how someone did you dirty. We have Scorpio. For some of you Taurans, you might have Scorpio in your chart. Sun and rising, right? So, some of you might have Libra in your Sun and rising. And it's just like, you could go from one spectrum to the other, right? There are going to be people who are being fucked over, and then there are going to be the people who are doing the fucking over, right? So, 10 of Swords. The fucking over. The backstabbing, the betrayal, everything coming to light. Everything. And it's just... You may even feel pretty alone. But it's kind of hovering over you, so it's just, how can you be in denial? Because you're a fixed sign, Taurus. It's very easy. Like, Taurus practically rolls denial. Like, Taurus and Scorpio for sure. Like, super in denial. Like, especially when they're sad. But anyway. Three cards for best. crowning energy for your past. Let's see where this takes us. Subconscious energy. Taurus, what are we going to do with you? Four of Swords. Okay, so this could be you or somebody around you, or maybe just all of you, because there are more than one person in here. So people resting, trying to get over a heartbreak, trying to get over and be stable mentally. Now we're coming out of that resting period. Now we're just gonna fight people off now. And you might know that this might be a Queen of Wands in reverse. Someone who is very pissed off. Very pissed off. This is extreme. Step the fuck away before I rip your head off type of energy. For some of you, you're trying to get away from this Queen of Wands, right? Because she's like infiltrating your space. Because she could very well be crazy, and you don't want any of that. You need your mental stability for sure, right? So whether you have air, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, but mostly Libra, doesn't matter, you are really trying to hold that mental stability. You're really, really trying. But somebody around you, it could be a King of Swords, doesn't have to be you, it could literally just be somebody lying to you. Somebody lying to you about things that are coming out, things that need to be shed, reciprocation that has been moving back and forth. Seems like they have been watching you for a long time. It's either them or it's gonna be this Queen of Cups. We have two people here. Queen of Wands and the Queen of Cups. It could be also the same person, water and fire, and they're just bipolar as fuck, right? But I don't know, I have a strong feeling that these are two different people, because one is really emotional and one is very pissed off, right? So it's just like people are hiding that they're watching you, Taurus. Whether it's for their own self-preservation or whether it's just they're trying to take advantage of you. It's one of these things. For some of you, it won't be that. It's gonna be like they want you. I'd say like maybe half the people, and then for some, it's just gonna be like people, like they want you, but they don't know that they are taking advantage of you because they're like that selfish, you know, like that needy, that, you know, like it's bad. It's really bad. And it's just the Prince of Wands, that's very impulsive. That's very like, I need attention now. And Wands, that's very sexual energy. It rules play, it rules romance. So it's just, it's like you're kind of like understanding why this person is like, you know, coming in that way, if that makes sense. So it's just, in your subconscious energy, it's kind of like you kind of have to accept it the way that it is. For some of you, it's going to be somebody around you who's going to accept it the way that it is. Or people are finding this out about you, and then you're going to have to let everything go. Just let it go. For some of you, people are just, everybody's taking advantage of you. Everybody is. And you don't know who's actually authentic and who actually does care and whatever. And it's just, you have no choice but to walk away from it all and let it all go. And yeah, it sucks. Because people take advantage of Taurus's loyalty, right? I'm gonna use so many storylines, but for some of you Taurians, you're gonna be the one who is taking advantage of people's loyalty. And you're gonna have to face the consequences. Because it's coming up, it's blowing up in your face. Whether you are doing it or you're not. And it's just like, either way, denial is like headlining this reading. So, I can see why you're in this energy, Taurus. It got extremely cloudy outside. That is very symbolic to this reading. Alright, so, Taurus, don't get sad. Okay, so 3 cards for your near future. What do you know? It could get better when you leave it all behind. Crowning energy. Subconscious energy. Okay, we have the Fool, and then we have the Queen of Swords. So, starting from ground 0. You know that there is somebody that you like, right? But they're a complete mystery. You don't know how that's gonna go, but you do know that it is wrong. I just feel like it's morally wrong because it is kind of like an affair, but not really. Like, it depends if you're in a relationship or not. For some of you, you're not gonna be, but it's just like, it's still wrong to you. So, it's just like the Moon card. You don't know what to do. You don't know what's real. You don't know. For some of you, you don't know for a reason. There's a reason behind it. And there's a reason why you have to avoid it, right? Ace of Swords. And now you're gonna know. You're gonna know soon, but... And then when you know, some of you are gonna be forced to move on. Or when you finally make the decision, you're probably gonna move towards it, right? You're gonna move towards it anyway, like fuck it, I'm just gonna go. But you know that there's an underlying problem there, isn't it? The Strength card in reverse. You're not being strong enough. There's something regarding your self-esteem. Taurus does rule self-esteem. This card rules self-esteem. So is there something you're trying to avoid and cover up? Whether you are being secretive or not. It's just, here comes that denial again, creeping in now. So, Magician reversed. Judgment card. Oh yeah. Some of you may feel like you want to manipulate something from coming back up, right? The past. Like you want to manipulate a reconciliation, whether you mean it or not, but it's just, Because you feel like this is fair. You feel like this is justified. Because you feel like you deserve it, right? I get it. But is it right? With the Magician card and the... No, because it's going to ruin your reputation. So, is it necessary? Probably not. It's just like you know something, but you're avoiding it. You're avoiding it. Three cards of advice, Taurus. For fuck's sake, please take the advice. Oh yeah. Alright. Some of you are gonna have, it's like that reputation of you looking a certain way with the King of Wands in reverse. Like you, like, you know, like a man whore, basically. I'm sorry, but that's just how it's coming out. World card reverse. Cycles aren't going to be ending as much as you want them to. It's not going to end it that way, you know. And of course it's going to cause a lot of upheaval, right? I know Taurus doesn't really care about that, but with Death card, all right, Scorpio, right? Okay, Scorpio is the opposite sign of Taurus, right? So it's gonna be hard, like, coming from what you know to going from a drastic change and transformation, because it's vulnerable, it's foreign to you, it's gonna be, with the Death card, the transformations are very uncomfortable and they're dark and it requires you to be alone, right? And it's just, you might even tell yourself lies with the swords pointing downward, but don't worry. You might even seek answers, but if you seek answers, that is not going to help you grow. Because all the gossip and all the lies, even people even telling you lies just to try and make you feel better, but it's not as much as you want it to, and I'm sorry. And you're just really gonna have to understand what the meaning of loyalty is when people are loyal to you, whether they're friends or it's just, you know, romantic, and just people taking advantage of that in general, because Taurus is going through that right now, for sure. And it's just, it doesn't matter if you are the most kindest person in the world, if you don't stick up for yourself, Taurus, and you stop, you know, being loyal to a fault, you are gonna get caught in the crossfire. So these people don't deserve you, to be honest. And for others of you, Taurus, who's, you know, doing the fucking over, you know that you have to change as well. You know it. And it does require you to isolate yourself, and some of you can't be alone. But it's better than messing up everything more than you are right now, right? So you can't be weak-minded like that. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say it. You gotta be strong in your mind. So, anyways, Taurus, that is your reading. I will see you for your February reading. I might change it up a little bit. I might do something different. We'll see. So, anyways, Taurus, good luck.